Everyone, and welcome back to the 8th tutorial on this series of how to model a bedroom. Now, um, last at the last part I left you when we tried to create this DVD front panel, and I know it it's been a bit hard time uh, in order to achieve this, and let me first unreveal most of the layers, all of them. And it was really important to do this. So um, now we can continue and start modeling the case for our computer. So now that we have two of those, um, we are going to bring them to the side, and let's start by creating a new cube. All right, and we use the scale tool to scale it, give it some height, some the path, so it will look like standard case for PC computer. And now go over the attribute editor and switch to the Polycube tab, and where it says subdivision width and height, just make sure you had one, well, two, I guess, and with subdivision, and few subdivision height, and the path, leave it as it is. We don't need more. Now first I want you maybe take these two faces, okay, and make sure that in edit mesh tab you still see the V sign here, okay, so that's okay. Now we are going to extrude these two faces, and first step once on this cube or any other cube, and then you will get this middle cube. Now you can work with it, so scale it so it will look, the frame for this face will look the same, okay, at the sides and the upper lower part of the frame. Okay, after this, extrude it again, bring it inside a bit, not much, okay, extrude it again, tap on the cube once, bring it inside, and again make sure that the inner frame is also at the same size for the sides and the upper lower pieces. Okay, that's not good. That way it's kind of okay. All right, now we are going to extrude again out like so. So that way we have a nice the path frame in around this panel. And now I want you to extrude again, but this time it will be only for the scale of this. I want to make something that looks like a slot for the DVD-ROM driver. So make something that will look like this, and then extrude it again and bring it inside. So now we have something that looks like a DVD-ROM driver, and we can continue. First, I want you to make the same thing we done for these faces, okay, over here. So extrude it first and tap on the cube first, and make sure you creating the same frame size. You see the frame size here is okay, and also for these pieces. Now that we are okay, we'll extrude it again inside a bit, okay, not much, just a bit, and then again, okay, we'll extrude it again inside, Again, make sure that the our inner frame is identical to this inner frame size, so I think that way it's okay, and a bit for the side. Okay, that's fine. Now we are going to extrude this out. Great. Let's see how much. We're going to bring it outside a bit. Alright. Now that's okay. That will be an empty slot that unused, so that's fine. Now, now we are going to give it some design. So we are going to use the interactive split tool, which is here at the edit mesh. If you can see the edit mesh, make sure you are at the polygons over here. Choose edit mesh, interactive split tool, and we will start draw a line like this by clicking the left mouse button, okay, on those points, and after we're done, just tap on the enter key, and if you like to choose the same tool again, just tap on the Y letter on your keyboard and try to create something that looks similar to what we just created at the right side of this, and tap enter to close the line. Also, we are going to choose those faces here, and with the move tool we will pull them outside a bit. Okay, now let's extrude those faces out. Okay, so we extrude this out, and we will extrude it again and bring it in. Now that we extrude it like this, we will extrude it again inside. Now we have something that looks fairly nice, more like type of gamer case or something. Let's hold down the shift, right click, and choose insert edge loop. I will add another edge loop over here, so, and then I will go over edit mesh, interactive split tool, and I will try to add one more line like so, and just hit enter. So this area here won't look like something unusual. You need to have guidelines like this one we just headed, so this area won't get another unrecognized surface. It's like it's turning to black or something. Okay, so you understood what I trying to say. Now we can maybe choose those faces, and maybe by extruding them we can create something that looks better. We try to extrude them out like so, and that way our case will look better, and maybe choose those two and extrude them out like so. Tap once on one of the cube and then just bring it in. So now we have a nice look for this case. Now most of the cases they have some sort of like panel for your USB flash drives and input and output for your microphone and headset. So we can create something like this, like kind of panel for this. So I will use those faces of this empty driver slot to create this thing here. Now if you want to make something that looks better, so you can maybe right click on the case and choose only the upper corners of this uh, uh, of it, and use the scale tool maybe to bring it like so. Okay, so that's nice. You can even make another cube and add some uh, open close button for the CD-ROM. So now we will have an more detailing for our case. So I will place it here. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty much big, so I will shrink it and bring it a bit outside, maybe shrink it like so also, and just put it here so we have something that looks like an open close button for the CD-ROM. Also you can create a polypipe, okay, and that we will use it for as in the input and output for our headset and microphone panel. So let's create one of these, and we can enter the attributes for it and maybe change the thickness for this. So let's say we will put something like 100 instead of 0.5. Okay, and then we can shrink it again also and bring it, we will bring it to the panel here. Yeah, like so. That's nice. It's not too much, but it's something. Shrink it also and just put it here. You can change to 4 view to see that we are putting this very close to the panel surface, and that's fine. Now we can duplicate it and move them both over here, and if you really like you can add a few slots, but in that case if you like to create a USB slot you will have to use a cube, and again probably also some kind of booleans function again, so we will really have to pray that this time it will work. So I'm creating here 2 slots of USB kind of, right, and I will make also poly cylinder, so that way I will have some the path on those two input and output for my case, for my headset. So let's shrink this. First let's take this polypipe polycylinder and I want to place it inside my polypipes, so let's use this again, side view. You can shrink this like so, and bring it. Now let's change for the front view of this so I can see it really sitting inside the polypipe and placed right. Okay, that's right. That's really okay. This is what we are after. Okay, and let's duplicate it for the other. Okay, and now let's switch back to the perspective view. Choose those two cubes for our USB slots. All right, let's make them looks better. Yeah. All right. So now we have, but it's not placed right. So I will bring them up and maybe resize them so it will fit the panel, and a bit up like so. Okay, so now one of them in one of them we still have the attribute editor for adding some subdivisions, so it's only in one of them because the other one is duplicated. So add those subdivisions in one of them. Yeah, the other one you can delete and copy this one with the subdivisions. Okay, and then we will choose those both, and then we will choose the other two cylinder. Okay, so this one and those both, and for unselecting the case itself, just choose select it while you holding the control key, and maybe bring it outside both of them a bit, just a bit, so it will picking out from here. As you can see, without the x-ray, it's picking out from the case like this, and you can see that part of it's inside the case. So now we can combine them, all those four pieces, then select the case, shift select one of the items, it will select them all, and choose mesh, booleans, and difference. Okay, so now we have four nice slots for our USB, and also for the output and input for the headset. Also, you can maybe make them not that large and bring them back to where they're supposed to be, where they belong to. And now after we done that, we can take one of those DVD we created at the last part, and first choose edge, and let's select all edges like for the frame of this front panel. Okay, so I will zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I just picked all the edges while I'm double clicking one of the edges in this line and the other lines. Okay, so after you've done this and you're sure that each of them are selected, you can go over mesh, edit mesh, and bevel. Okay, after beveling it, you can add more segments so it will get a nice look, like smoothness at the edges. Also, you probably will get this unusual look. It looks like some pieces here are transparent, but don't worry about it. When you render this out, it will looks like it's supposed to. After that, tap on the F8 and make sure you only adjust it to the fit of our DVD-ROM driver slot here. So let's bring it to there. All right, like this, and make it thinner, more, even more, and then maybe bring it up, and I think that's pretty much okay. Doesn't have to be more than that. It's only a case. It's like furniture or something, uh, something to add to our scene. So after doing so, we probably can continue and add some more detailing on the back word of this case, and even had a handle for this, which it's pretty easy if you will go over edge and choose this edge and control, hold down the control and right click on your mouse, and then edge to ring utilities and to edge ring and split. It will get you a nice cut for these faces, and then again hold down the control, right click, edge ring utilities, and to edge ring and split. Now you can use this faces here in order with the extrude tool in order to create an handle. So let's try this. Okay, I'll bring it inside so it will get something that looks rich, and maybe outside also, and like so, and then maybe I will catch those vertices because it doesn't look that nice. Those vertices are looks pretty awful, so we will change it. And now we can also catch those vertices, okay, and maybe give it better look like this, and click on the F8, create a new cube, okay, like so, scale it, and we are going to use the booleans again in order to create a handle for this case. So I'm placing this cube over here like this, like so, and maybe I will make it like this. Now you can add some more subdivision to the cube because it's sometimes necessary when you're using the booleans. So now choose the case and then shift select this cube, go over booleans and difference. Now we have something that looks like an handle for this gamer case. Well, I think that's more than enough. Now after we created this case, we can bring it inside our desk. So I will choose all those parts and I will group them together, and we'll add them to a new layer. So create a new layer from the selected objects, name it as PC case, okay, chose a nice color for the label, and then we will bring in the desktop. So after that's done, make sure when those pieces are selected, you are centering the pivot for it, and now you can scale all the parts together, and can rotate them as like one piece to 90 degrees and bring it inside this desk. So let's first make sure that our case is fitting the size of this place here. If you don't really like to make it that small, I will probably suggest you to just make the desk higher, and then I will choose the PC cases. Okay, cancel, sorry. Select objects. Okay, yeah, I think that was okay. Just bring it down so it will sit on this shelf, and I think that we're done here. That looks okay. Okay, so this is it for this part. I hope you enjoy this part, and again, if you didn't succeed on making those slots hole and this hole in the handle of this case, again, I really recommend you keep trying on this Boolean function, because as I said earlier, it's not always stable. So keep trying, and we will see how we continue from here. We need to add another object like the screen and mouse for this desk to fill this desk. So stay tuned and come back to the next tutorial. Bye, have a nice day.